Cool. So let's use the Archviz template, okay, and get started our project in another template. Let's access here, Epic Games Launcher. If you're not logged in, you go and you log in with your user and password library and Unreal Engine 5. Initiate this. Let's create a project from the square one, okay? We learned how to import and correct the defects, invert mesh, put sky, interface of Unreal. We learned a lot of things, and now let's initiate our course indeed, creating a realistic project. After you learn these things, when you create a new project, you don't need to create from the square one. You can come here directly because you're gonna save a lot of time, and you can bring the file that you're using and keep working here. We had used the game section blank. Now we're gonna access architecture here blank. Okay, look at this. You're gonna notice something different. In games, it gives us the option of to start with content. Like there's a initial content here. We can uncheck this and actually do it. And also the option of ray tracing, okay? In architecture, when we are, for example, here in blank or Archviz, it has some things here. For example, it already comes enabled the datasmith. That is the one that we saw in the previous class. That is the plugin that can import files from SketchUp, for example, to Unreal Engine and can do the synchronization between them. It is also possible to use in 3ds Max. After I can make a video about it, okay? In the final of the course, I'll try to record a video teaching you how to do that, okay? That importation between SketchUp or 3ds Max, okay? Between Datasmith, that is a plugin installed in the software 3D and enabled in Unreal, okay? So we're gonna learn how to do that, okay? So you will see that this template for Archviz already comes with Datasmith activated by default. Another thing that is activated by default is the ray tracing. If you have available in your GPU the technology ray tracing, it's going to activate automatically, okay? But we can disable this, and that's what we're going to do. And then after, we're going to activate this again. But for now, we're not going to do that. If you don't have a graphic cards with support for ray tracing, then it's not going to activate. You will be able to use the template with no software, all right? In this class, I'm going to show you how to see if it's activated or not. If you don't have ray tracing in your GPU, you're going to see that the icons are going to be activated. If you have a GPU with support for ray tracing, you will see that the icons are going to be activated, and we're going to disable them. So let's work without the ray tracing. And then after, we're going to put the ray tracing, okay? Almost like a bonus, all right? After that, we learned a lot of things without ray tracing. Cool. So, all right, let's choose a place to save it. Okay. I'm gonna create a folder here. UE5 underline course. Okay, cool. Let's call it realism, I guess. Yeah. Because from now on, we're gonna work the realism. Okay, let's save it. The name of your project, let's call it UE5 Piano House. Okay, or just Piano House, yeah. And create. Okay, we chose the place, we chose the name, and create. After, we're going to open another project, another template that there's a water pretty cool to use in the swimming pool. After we see the materials, talk about materials, create the materials, we're going to access the other project, the other template to take the water. Okay. But first we're going to learn from the square one. Okay. So this is the template of Archviz. Look, basically that's the same thing that we had there. What we have here of different is a camera that we just deleted here. Okay, we're gonna create from the beginning. All right, the exponential high fog, we had it. All right, we can delete the floor. Okay, because we're not gonna use it. Another thing is the player start. After we're gonna talk about it. Post production, sun, sky, that we learned how to put. All right, we have the components here and volumetric cloud. Our project is here with all these elements ready to start working. Look how interesting this is. We don't need to create all of this because we already have. Okay, cool. Now let's verify the features of ray tracing if they are. Let's check if they are activated or not. Let's see here. If you have on your computer a GPU with support of ray tracing, RTX 3000 something, GTX or something like that, then we're gonna disable. Okay, so that we can get the better without ray tracing, just using looming. Okay, after we're gonna add ray tracing to even have a better quality. All right, now let's see the capacity of looming. Rendering. Okay, let's see here. Engine rendering. Let's go down. Look, global illumination, it's looming. Reflection here. Caption resolution. We can put 1024. That's basically going to tell Unreal the max of resolution for the reflections. Let's work with less resolutions so that we can avoid Unreal crashing. It's interesting to put between 512 and 1024. After when you finish the project to generate animation, then okay, you can put like maximum 2048. Let's go to ray tracing. If you have a GPU, a graphics card with support for ray tracing, if you disable this, it's going to disable the ray tracing for you. Look at this. We're using or we're not using. Using, not using. However, we have some options here. So do I want to have support for ray tracing? Do I want ray tracing on the shadows or some things like this? As you can see, we have a lot of options here. We can disable all of them. Let's start from the bottom up because this last one is gonna ask to restart Unreal. So if you have a GPU that has support to ray tracing, after in the other module, the bonus, we're gonna create a class about ray tracing, okay? For those who have this technology. In case you don't have it, it's okay. You can get good quality using looming. That is what we're going to do here. Let's disable this, and disable this. So look at this. It's disabled. All the ray tracing is disabled. Let's restart now and save it. Cool. We're back here. Let's go in rendering and let's verify. Let's see, looming. Okay. Oh, look at this. It's not available anymore. Cool. Everything is disabled here. If you don't see this, just type here. You're gonna see this. Okay. You can find easily. So we disabled the ray tracing. We're not using ray tracing anymore in our scene. Okay, cool. So let's see a little bit about template. What we have basically, a folder here, content, Archviz, levels, that is this level here that we are using to work, a folder with a file here, but it's empty. This folder engine here, we have a lot of things here, content. Why is it showing this folder? And maybe it's not showing for you. Well, because I asked to show it here. Here, settings, right here, show. All right, show engine content and show plugin content. Look at this. If I disable this, look, you see? You see, now it's like yours. So if I want to see the content of engine, like textures, materials, we are not going to use them. But if you want to see this, to show this, just click here, okay? As you can see, I'm going to disable this. All right, so mine is going to be like yours. We have other options there, okay? Cool. Nice. So what we can do? Well, let's go here, file, save, okay. Let's create a folder here. Let's call it level. Okay, let's call it piano house main. And let's save it. Cool. Content levels. All content level. All right, you see this? Let's open this. We are here, so we can delete the other ones. Let's delete this one as well. We can delete, and Archviz we can delete. All right, because we're not using. Now we only have content level. Okay, that is our project here. Okay, so it's more light, it's not heavy. Okay, our project, let's save all. Okay, and now we can re-import our FBX, which means that we're going to get started again our project. We learned how to create everything, we corrected the defects, and now we're going to get started again. Right button, let's go here, content, right button, import. Let's go here, FBX, okay. If you didn't download, you can download. In the previous class, there's a link there, you can go there and download this. And let's bring the objects again, since the beginning, so that we can practice. Ceilings, look, we don't want this, we don't want the collisions, we don't want this as well, and we don't want that as well. Import. You see that it's fast. Now that we already know how to do it, that we already did the process together, it's gonna be fast. It's not slow, okay? 0, 0, 0, okay. Next element. Look, let's create a folder here, new folder, geometries. Look, let's work in an organized way, okay? Let's create a folder here, and let's call it ceiling. Okay, great. Content, let's put ceiling, move here. Pretty good. Yeah, let's bring the next folder, FBX, decoration. Okay. We removed the collision and everything. Okay, let's clean this. Geometry, new folder, deco. Content, let's select the first. Let's send to the scene. No, not yet, not yet. I'm gonna move here first. Okay, we have the materials left and textures. So next folder, let's create this floor. Yeah, import all. Great. That's great. Let's create a folder. New folder. Floor. Let's take to the scene. Okay. 0, 0, 0. Perfect. And floor. Here, let's move here. Okay, next folder. The frames. Import all. We had a lot of job, a lot of work to correct them. Yeah. Let's create a folder. Frame. Content. I'm gonna send to the scene. Yeah. 0, 0, 0. Look at this. Cool. Perfect. Yeah. Frame. Move here. Great. Yeah. Next folder. Furnitures. Import all. Let's see. What are the furnitures here? Let's send to the scene. 0, 0, 0. Pivot, do you remember that? So let's create here, new folder. Content. Let's send there to the scene. No, actually to furnitures. Oops. I copied this. Let's delete this because we don't want to copy it. We want to move it, okay? Here. Let's move here. Yeah, perfect. Next folder. Furnitures 02. Like armchair, piano, all right? They have materials. Okay, cool. Here are heavy materials. Yeah, really heavy materials. We're not gonna send to the scene yet. Okay, geometries. New folder. Okay, furnitures 02 without space. Okay, with underline. All right. Furnitures 02. Yeah. Move here. Yeah, after we can add to the scene, okay? Next folder. You can notice that Unreal isn't asking to rename the objects, okay? As it was the first time. Because now it's recognizing that there are materials of the object and it is just replacing and renaming automatically. Okay, so we don't need to do that now. Okay, so let's go. Cool. The lamps. I forgot the name of the folder. Right button. Let's see. Lamp. Okay. Geometries. New folder. Content. The last one. Until the last one, move here. Cool. Next folder. The last one. Wall. Then actually we have the wood walls. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. Content, geometries, no folder, wall. Geometry, new folder, wall, content. Let's send to the scene 000. Cool. And let's send to wall. Okay, move here. Perfect. Here inside content, let's create a folder and let's call it texture. Okay. Like we did in the first class, one of the first class, I guess. This one is a texture, so let's move to the folder texture. This as well. Let's move it here to textures so that we can keep it in an organized way. So these, yeah, move here. Look at this. I think it's okay. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, cool. Let's create a folder called materials. Okay, let's send all the materials there. Materials. Move here. Let's save all here. Okay. Yeah, that's cool. This is our post process, as we learned in one of the first classes inside Unreal here. Okay, we're gonna develop all of your project so that everything that we do can influence, okay, like inside the post process can have influence. All right. Great. Yeah, perfect. Okay, that's great, guys. Yeah, our project is here. If you realize, it was like 10 minutes and we could, import, organize, and it's ready to work. If you notice, this template is pretty cool. It already has, for example, more clarity, okay? Which is really cool. It's more accurate than the template of the game, okay? Because this template is for Archviz, and we have some commands here that brings us more brightness, contrast. So it's a very nice template, okay? So it's really cool, yeah. But there are things that we can increase and decrease. So we're gonna see all of this during the process, okay? For now, let's just use the template. That is a really cool template, okay? And we're gonna save a lot of time because of this, because we don't need to create linears, anything like that. And the visual is really cool, yeah. Okay guys, so we created here and there are no defects in the mesh, all right? I'm gonna save this file and I'm going to zip and I'm going to put in the drive for you, okay? In case you have any problem in this class, okay? In the next class, we're gonna talk about cameras. We will put cameras in our project, okay? So I'm gonna leave this file here in the drive, okay? If you have any problem, just download the file, okay? In the next class, we're gonna talk about cameras. See you.